Again, AC metro. Now, the moment person. They got closer boys from that issue. Robbery and they arrested them and put them in prison. That evening.
Okay, so please, can you confirm if you can hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you, but the one talking is not better.
Can you see my screen?
Let me check, sir.
Yes, I can see the screen. You can hear. Hello. Hello. Azama.
We are hearing more of the other background. We're hearing what is going on.
Okay. So, yeah, go there.
It's too expensive.
Right.
So what I do is Dusa, India.
Dusa. What Dusa? How is expensive now?
Very
Okay, please, if you are not speaking, you mute your mic. Come back. We all right. All right. So I was expecting that you use the time to interact, to do networking, and then get to know yourselves. So I'm going to try and see whether you have done anything. You know, so your worship man. Please, what is no, I think it's not. Yes, I think she knows. What is her name? They know your face. Okay, she said you come. So can you check? Okay, so quickly. We are talking about emotional intelligence. So let's do a quick introduction. Let me start.
So now we know how we're going to do the introduction. They're not looking at those.
We've already let online people introduce this.
Okay.
Don't know on that one. Everywhere, no people.
Okay, so those online, please, can you introduce yourselves? On your camera and introduce yourself.
Innocent Shadumeda. Now I can see the screen. Yeah.
My name is Paul Ibrahim.
No,
In
we
Abuja.
want you to put on your camera.
Yeah.
No, I can't do the camera now. Sorry, sir. In the place, my location now.
Okay, please, if you can put on your camera and tell us who you are briefly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go and talk to me just.
If you are not speaking, mute the camera. You can mute your mic.
I know I will do to you. They don't tell me now. Say not being able, don't tell me say you will do just go.
They have to put you all on mute, and you may not be able to unmute until I give permission. I wanted to just get your introduction. Just tell us your name, what you do, and where you are joining from.
Okay. Good afternoon now. It's already afternoon. I don't know if you can see me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Paul Ibrahim. I'm in Abuja, a retired public servant, and that is what I do for now. I do go into farming and other things. Thank you. think that's okay.
Good morning. I'm Ate Kayat. I'm a legal practitioner. I work with Chris Akasemume and Co. I'm into legal practice.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Anybody online?
Yeah, my name is Peter Mensah Gumadu, a minister. I'm from Ghana, Accra.
All right.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Is there any other person?
My name is Innocentia Dumada. I'm an ADR practitioner, a mediator and arbitrator. I'm from Ghana. Thank you.
All right, thank you for joining us from Ghana. Thank you for joining us from Abuja. Thank you for we appreciate you. So we're doing introduction. My name is Nancha Nangwa, and I am a lawyer by training, and I'm a notary public of Nigeria. I'm privileged to be the principal partner of the law firm of Nancha & Co. For some of you who think that I'm not into law practice, it's only area that I do. I'm actually into law practice. I have a law firm. I am training institute where we train and certify area practitioners in mediation, arbitration, among others. I'm an emotional intelligence specialist. I'm a trainer and facilitator with different area organizations. I facilitate with Nigerian Institute of Chartered Arbitrators, where we train arbitrators. I am also a faculty member and a council member of Settlement of India Training Institute. I train for the Multi-Law Courthouse. I train with I train with Mediation Training Institute, Nigeria, among several other India organizations. I've been a consultant on India to some both local and international organizations. And through that consultancy, we are able to do some trainings for selected participants in the northern region. So I am an international mediator. I'm a chartered arbitrator. I'm an attorney mediator. I am also a certified negotiator, and more importantly, I am a teacher, a certified teacher. I think I am married.
Yeah, in trauma.
Yes. I'm actually a trauma healing specialist. You know, I'll upgrade it, and this means upgrade because I have now upgraded from a 2-star general to a 3-star general, I'm going to a 4-star general, you know, and I'm married to my one and only beautiful, handsome, short female wife. Yes. Yes.
When you make general, when you say general, I thought you had 2 more wives. I ended more wives.
No, you know, I am blessed with. I have, when I mean general, I mean I have
Your small
When you upgrade to 3-star general, it means that you have fully prepared. And if there is anything like that, so that is what we have. Okay. So you can follow me on LinkedIn if you so wish. That's just briefly about me. I'm actually panel in some area organizations like the Kaduna Multi-Doctor House, the LCC here. And if I update it, you can see that the place almost already. NCCDRC is Nigerian Chamber of Commerce Dispute Resolution Center. I'm in panel with the Niger State Multi-Doctor House. I'm also on the panel as a panel of neutral of the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation, their India Center, among others. So this is just briefly about me. I am actually passionate about ADR, and that's why that's the only aspect of my life that you can see that is very pronounced compared to others, and it's actually deliberate. You are trainers, and you are being trained to be trainers. You cannot hide. I don't know. I deliberately didn't mention it. I don't know whether some of you have been posting some of the things that you have been doing for learning, and whether other people around you have actually known that you are actually undergoing training. You know, it's part of it. I don't know about emotional intelligence. I don't want us to do theory. I just want us to understand how it applies. So you have your WhatsApp, you have your Facebook, you have some of these other instruments at your disposal. What do you use them for? So if you are doing a training, and now you are saying you are doing a mediation skills training, maybe an upgrade, and a training of trainers, who knows what it is? Have you gone to your WhatsApp status to say, oh, I am actually training to become a teacher of mediation, so that somebody can ask you, say, what do you mean by? So you have not graduated from. So you create some of these impressions in the hearts of people so that they can be asking you, oh, the one of Shati'S mediation, membership mediation. So you keep drumming it over and over so that people around will get to when they see, say, hey, I saw something you say Shati'S membership mediation. What is that? Then it is from there that maybe when you explain to them, and then you say, oh, today we have looked at this, and then these are the key things I've gotten for today. What are you doing? You are, you know, so because when you talk about emotional intelligence, I don't want us to go into theories. We have 4 components of emotional intelligence. Number 1 is self-awareness. Self-awareness. Is it Socrates and you who that said that know thyself? Isn't it? Know thyself. Like my mentor for now will always say that first of emotional intelligence is able to know who he is. He knows his area of strength and he knows his area of weaknesses. He doesn't need to bother himself on area of what weaknesses, but what does he do? No. He looks at the area of strength and he builds on it, isn't it? And he delegates the area of what? Weakness to others who may have strength in that area. Are we together? So that's emotional intelligence for you. That's just part of it. So let's take briefly we tell us so that they will not come back to they are online person introduce themselves already. Please, can you confirm if you can hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Thank you. So let's take introduction. Tell us your profession, like emotional intelligence. You need to know yourself. Remember, when Fola was talking about somebody asked a question and said, when you say introduce yourself, you know, so but introduce yourself in such a way that we can identify you and know who you are and what you do. So that tomorrow, if we need to reach out to you, and it's actually that's one of the components of emotional intelligence. you have some people who meet very relevant, important, and destiny helpers in life. They just greeted, they have a very wonderful they say, oh, you can reach out to me, only to realize that that person would have been very instrumental too. And those kind of people, you cannot get their numbers easily, actually. You know, so you say, oh, how do I get? If you say, please help me with the number. But if you collect the person's number, the person may save your number. There are people that you can't call them unless your number is saved. Where? In your phones. If they save your number. So emotional intelligence is very, very important and critical. It guides and affects almost everything that we do. Are we together? So you need to know yourselves. So that if I need, anyway, when we get to that point, we'll be able to look at it. So please. Why? Morning. Morning. Someone calling for it. What do you mean by health therapist? You do African. Okay, like if I call you, give me half or something. I do a babala. I do traditional. It's a violence. Yes, that's right. Health therapist. That's my name. So what is talking therapist? Talking therapist. So what does it mean? What is ops?
This is remove toxins.
You talk yes. This so that the Bible is not be following me. It's not spiritual. It's not spiritual. That's it now. I thought they remove toxins. Okay, so like the patient will know that it's undergoing both physical and spiritual justice. Because you know they said health is defined as what? Total well-being. The total well-being inclusive of mind, body, it's a balance. Balance between the mind, body, and soul. No, there's spirit inside. That is soul. Okay, soul is your spirit. So but it means that if you are healthy physically and you are not healthy spiritually, you have a problem. Yes. The mind is willing, but the body is not. You have people telling the body is willing and the mind is not. Like I say, one man that is physically, but it's mentally sick. And there are some people that are not mentally sick, but they're psychologically sick. Okay. I see. So I guess we know that if you want to drink blood from your body, but that is not only blood that we move here. So do you have technology guidance or this traditional way of use cups? Okay, because this plastic cups. Do you use needles? Use short sessions. I will use short. So use of it. Okay, so if I have a something is stopping and everything. Everything except this. And old age. Okay, and old age. That's what I would treat it. So you can treat malaria too. And typhoid. You compare your treat HIV No, that is said that it's secure.
Yes, really.
I mean,
The lawyer said we should, I said you don't use the word sure.
Okay.
You say, really.
Okay.
maybe they are trying to hide something.
No, there's a lot being hidden.
Even
but,
cancer now.
we have a cure for cancer.
And I want people to know.
No, people know.
Uh,
Yes, the issue is, the people
Okay.
have their own doubts. So you tell somebody he's gone to the hospital and diagnosed, or was still going to recover more from this. She's diagnosed and they say she has a small tumor in the breast. We find out a lot of doctors will now put fear into that.
yeah,
You have to take this out, we have to go, and many, before the result even comes out, they want to talk to it. So, and it's because it's not their body and there's money to be made. The result comes back and it's, benign, it's not benign. So you find out there was an error, nobody is suing him. And when they sue the person to court, people come and say, sorry, please go back. You know, they try to, but, the lawyers too don't tell them that, look, even if you want to forgive this person, let us, since you're taking the case into the court, now let them request for out of court settlement. Let us go and agree. The person has made,
actually, sir, you were going to ask, when you succeed at some faculty, we are going to discuss. There is an aspect we want to develop that medical dispute resolution. If you see from our website, you see that's one of the things that we do. Medical related disputes, need people who are medically inclined, to be able to help in resolving. So we are going to be doing webinar, seminar for hospitals, clinics. There are a lot of things, so there is an intersection between law and those things. And when dispute arises, like mostly negligence and all of those kind of things, we will find a way of resolving it in a confidential manner. More so when damage has been done, you look at you cannot undo it. But if there is a way you can compensate, and that is some of the things that ADR can be considering for the
point is not just to compensate, is to put something somewhere that will put other people in check. If the doctor knows he's going to lose his license or it's a serious mass, and if you don't withdraw it or you don't, so to speak, forgive the person, there will be a case. You now go out of the court settlement. So why I'm saying out of court, because once you put that out.
No, but if it has to do with if it aspects, you have to be such like if you take somebody's life.
Yeah, if you take that, for example, if it's criminal negligence, right, the parties go to court, and along the line, they say that can happen, just let it matter, let it whatever, and emotional blackmail comes in, and the guy wants to go out. Now, how do you check that? Fine, you are already ready to forgive the person involved, but let it be somewhere that this person committed this crime and it was let off the case. So if he commits another one, there's a record somewhere that says this has happened, and now it is a second offense, not
This as one of the things that we need to do to enlighten the public. So maybe I'm going to go on medical. Side on medical aspect. All right, so you just tell us about yourself. No.
Yeah, I don't think
No, you have been talking, so it's
okay, if I come to you now, the camera won't see me, they will see my back.
But you can just stand,
The audience will see me.
and
My name is Walid Shelfi from Karim. You can append engineer. You can append engineer. I am an electronics and communication engineer. You can append Ustaz or Madam or so, although I have not done my PhD yet for Islamic studies, but I have a master's in Islamic studies. I am a fellow of the Advanced Institute for Political Science, Hyderabad. I also have my certifications and qualifications for traditional African medicines, medical science, traditional Chinese medicine, and Islamic medicine. I am certified trainer and practitioner for hijama and cotton therapy. I am also a member of the International Practitioners for Holistic Medicine. I am a member, a certified practitioner, and a certified trainer. I am also a zero draft member for the NSQF, MBT NSQF program on traditional medical science. So now traditional medical science is accessible with certificates that are backed with the weight of any federal polytechnic equivalent certification. Now I'm also a teacher. So I'm also a member of Holistic Healthcare. We do holistic healthcare therapy, mind, body, soul, like he has said. We treat using various combinations from numbness paralysis, Alzheimer's, to Parkinson's, to fertility, to high blood pressure, to ulcer, to diabetes. And like we're talking about cure, I have seen diabetics patients, who have gone from insulin to ice cream, from one end to the other. People who take insulin once or twice a day with some tablets, and they now can take ice cream. I've seen people with high blood pressure who have normalized the gone off on medication. I've seen people who have tried to get children for years, and the last one or none of their system twins. But like I said, healing. First thing you ask, do you want to get well? Do you want to heal yourself? Are you willing to heal? Because more times than not, the patient doesn't get well because he or she doesn't come out. You see this in stroke patients, where the patient has already given up, probably from what has been told to him or her at the hospital, and will be made to believe that there is no hope. So he's given up. Some give up so badly that you have to first treat them for depression, because they might not be talking, but there's that he feels I who was strong and now I cannot move and whatever. To get into that thing about what he was doing. You have to find the person has to find his own self. Like we say, finding oneself. You don't know yourself, and you cannot succeed in it. But when you know yourself and you know whoever you're going to be dealing with, then you solve it. It is actually things you learn from books like The Art of War by Sun Tzu, or 48 Zones of Power by what we call Robert Greene, and like that. But these are what I teach. Like I said, I have a school, young schools. We take the primary, secondary, that section, we take the Islamia from Rauda to Sanawiyah. We have a vocational training center there that is linked to the NSQF program of MBTE. We do marriage counseling there, and we have wanted to set up an ADR center there. But like everything, we do it step by step. I have done my foundation training for the ADR open courthouse. Yeah, I've done my intermediate training there, and now I'm doing this here. So I've been rolling up the ladder bit by bit. Very soon, I guess I'll have a seat at the top of it.
All right. Thank you very much.
These are bits and pieces. So if anybody is feeling up or cannot stretch or cannot, let us discuss.
Where's the hospital?
Where on the large road. The large road is not far from here. It's opposite Federal Training Center.
Okay.
There's a road, there used to be Habila that road behind Campus School. If you're coming in from that side, you have people say on one side.
Yes.
And no opposite But you're not directly. Yeah. We share a wall. We don't share.
Oh, okay, okay.
We also have a team there. That we're trying to bring back to life. Those who are familiar with Sahara or anti-Sahara, it's part of that project. Yeah, and the school is by the river all roundabout. Just by those of you who know my late good friend, brother, who starts, Yusuf starts, he has the road named after him. His chambers is just there. So we have the school there, Yahoo schools.
What's the name?
Yahoo, YAR,
All right. So thank you very much. If you want to see him, come and pay your consultation with him. And then I can now send you to him. All right, so thank you. My next, your worship. You can just come there so that it makes it easier.
I like myself.
You align. Hey.
So no.
Those don't align.
My name is Rebecca Susan, as a magistrate, the district court judge, and the small claims court judge. My area of specialization is adjudication, resolving disputes in the conventional setting in courts, and I've been trained to be able to identify cases that need to be resolved amicably out of courts. So I am still empowered by the law to move parties to settle amicably.
By fire, by force.
Move them.
Yes.
Yes, I can actually apply a little force by referring them to the Carolina Multi-Law Court House for settlements, which they must attempt at least before coming back. So it's, even though we are judges, we are still ADR oriented too.
Can you actually send them to anywhere to go and settle?
We can. It doesn't have to be only the multi-law courts, because some have actually given us names of people they want to settle them. Like I've sent some to their pastor because we found out that they attend the same church. So they said they referred me to send them back to send them to the church. And that was all.
You can actually send them to the church and attach a trained mediator if need also. You know, because of your position, there are certain things you can actually do.
That's the most churches, like the Orthodox churches, like the Catholic churches, some of them even have groups in church that have lawyers and mediators. They do, like the Catholic church.
Okay.
They do have. And some of the priests are even mediators. So that's, these ones are really winners. So, and I can see that there's even a pastor among us, one Elias, among the participants. So someone like that, if there's a dispute that relates to his own denomination, one can easily, if the parties agree. Because when I said I would take them to the multi-door courthouse, when they had high courts, they sometimes mix it together and think you are still taking them for litigation, because the venue is still within the court's premises. So that's what.
So you can build another place for us outside the.
So I have to tell them that, see, even though this one is within the high court, it operates differently. The decision is in your hands and everything. Then I'm also a trained conflict resolution expert in my postgraduate diploma in conflict resolution and peace building, and I'm a criminologist and forensic psychologist. That's, I did my master's in criminology and forensic psychology too. So it actually helps me to understand the psychology of parties when they appear before me, and even know whether they are actually open to ADR or not. Because when you know, sometimes they are not open to ADR, because I've had petitions where the parties petition me. They said I'm trying to force them into ADR because I was trying to move them. So you have to, I'm now trying to understand their psychology, whether they even want it or not. Because if they don't want it, they will just go there and just look at it. They won't even come. I had cases that the files, they returned it back to me because they did not appear. They refused, and that was the end of the case. And it means the dispute might go and continue. It might escalate, and someone might even die. I don't even know. So it actually helped me to understand the psychology of disputants.
Thank you.
Yes. Then I also trained to discourage ADR. Yes. Yes, I discourage it in some cases. I refuse it in some cases. Yes, because there are instances like ADR does not apply. Like in very serious offenses, I have refused parties to settle rape of a child, defilement. I don't do that.
No, they are not so, these are capital offenses.
But people feel ADR, ADR can be resolved forever.
No.
Yes,
There are simple criminal cases that are, let's say simple.
But
But
some
those
of them,
capital.
because they will come, they will pressure you. In fact, especially if a child is involved, the parents will come and say they have settled they have settled with the defendants. They have settled with him as a community, and they will even bring an affidavit to you where the parents are saying they have forgiven the person for defiling their child. They bring it. So I understand that cannot work with ADR. So I explain to them. And when you explain to some of them, they actually, one taught the paper before me. He said he did not even know that he doesn't have to, that he was told that it is best he settle. Yes. That was what he said. Police. That was exactly. So I had to. So if as a judge, I also teach, I educate people before me so that you know that this your case, this is how it's supposed to be, this is how it is in the law. I'm not just there like that. So I explained to them that fine, they told you ADR might work, but in law it does not work. The only thing is that I can't force you, we can't, at the end of the day, some of them might not, when you take the case to the high court, the defendant has been charged, they will not come and give evidence. And in case we die, that one is left for them. But saying that we should take your affidavit, take the affidavit of the defendant, saying they should forgive him, and those ones say they are forgiving, to the point that they even say that I can even attend the wedding. Yes, attend the wedding of the defendants and the victim. It was one of their terms of settlement that the defendants will marry the girl, the victim, after defining her. So in those situations, you have to inform parties and tell them and reject it there if they want to go and do it the way they want to do it. Fine. So,
Thank you very much, Your Worship. All right. So tell us about yourself.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning. My name is Mariam. So I'm a legal practitioner. I am a civil servant also because I work in the High Court as a legal research officer. I'm a trained mediator. I trained with the ADR Center first. I trained with the ICMC, and now I'm also a certified marriage and family therapist.
Defilement. Marriage defilement therapy.
Marriage and family.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
here's what.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I hope we're taking notes. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Good afternoon, gentlemen and ladies.
Good afternoon.
You are not in box. My name is Abbas Abdullahi. I'm a private legal practitioner. I'm the principal partner plus Young Sanawa and Co. We've been in legal practice for the past 25 years. I have a master's in law enforcement and criminal justice, so I think that makes me security expert. I have done my foundation training in Kaduna, not to do over house. My degree in law is with bias in Islamic law. So that gives me an edge over my colleagues. I'm a two-star general in the real sense of this. With children. So I'm virtually always engaged in mediation. What I am sorry. I am the first son of a family of I have 9 siblings. So that makes me also and also a conciliator in that aspect. I'm here to learn and also to bring my mediation skills. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, please.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Laura. But my name is Laura Zainab Kappa. No, that's I'm a lawyer and legal practitioner. I'm a principal partner for the CIA Chambers, Muhammad and I am the mediator. I am the vice chairperson, FIDA Kaduna branch.
What is FIDA?
Federation for the acts of health to women, children, and when they have issues. I am the vice chairperson, Catholic Coalition, where also we want to help for all parties involved. We want to help and advise, counseling, mediation, and intervention. I'm the secretary of the Kaduna branch remuneration committee, where we supervise how we get paid as lawyers. I am a trauma specialist in therapy. I'm a psychiatric trauma specialist. I am the mother of many, but officially 3. I'm a certified caterer.
Wow.
I'm a certified law. I'm also a certified skills trainer. That is in soap making, bleach, yogurts, and all of those. My passion is to help people, to guide people, and to assist whichever way we can to find out which we can get others to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone. Name is Mark. I'm also a certified baker and cake decorator. I run a cake business in Kaduna, cake by grace. Also, if you need cake, delicious cakes, weddings, we actually make cakes for all the needs. I also work with children, with child teaching. I work with children and teenagers. That's we housewife, mother of 3. Yes, thank you very much. Good afternoon. Yes, and my name is Veronica, and they are so great. Your mother? How are you? I'm also. Yeah, we got looking for God, I forgot to see it. Alright, let's say, a non-practicing lawyer. I work in Florida Specialist Hospital. I'm the district director. And the owner. And then also, retired worker necessary, actually youth and children minister. And I'm also the Bible study teacher. This Raven grade and the Bible units with them. And so maybe what that's what I say about myself. I'm also a teacher, I'm a trained teacher. I'm a trained teacher. And I'm friendly. Yes, I'm friendly and very easygoing.
All right, thank you.
That's gross. All right.
And wow.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
He says I'm going to the next world. I'm going to accept that downgrade everything.
Please, can you allow her to do? You are not introducing. Oh, yeah, tell
Yes. So my name is Aisha Abdul. I'm a lawyer by training, but I'm not practicing. I'm a business coach. A certified guidance and counselor. I'm a certified mediator. I'm a certified family and marriage and family therapist. I did my foundation training in ATR Northdorf House. I did my master class ATR training with the Tulu Agri College, Lagos. I'm a certified baker and pastry chef. I'm a certified entrepreneurship coach and trainer. I'm a teacher.
It means
I am the assistant director of NBAS, that's National Board for Arabic and Islamic Studies. I'm an assistant legal director, and I'm trying to introduce an ATR center in the office, so that's why I'm here to be a trainer. And what did you mind? So you not
tell us about the things you are selling.
You're a project manager. Project manager, I'm a co-owner of 2 different hotels in Kaduna. That's the Crystal Garden we're about to open in June, July, and have another one at Independence Way. That's the Uranium Continental Hotel at Independence Way. It's functioning and okay there. It's charity business. I'm a trained human resources manager also. I love to buy and sell. I'm like all around that. I'm a farmer. Yes, I'm all rounder. I sell, like she said, spices. I make laundry soaps, laundry bar soaps, powder detergents, liquid soaps. I do snacks, cakes, wedding cakes, birthday cakes, small chunks.
Now, what is
La Palace Event Center.
La Palace?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Katrina, I'm a co-owner also there. And.
Okay, so it means that we are going to eat a lot of cakes. Patience, you do all the things.
Yes.
I hope it's not certificate to is the practical one. All right. Good morning.
I just sat back there and just wow. Yeah, we are coming. How you doing? IT supplies, laptops, desktops.
Yes. Just come again.
IT equipment supplies.
Supplies.
Some desktops.
Yeah.
No, that's majorly what I do. And
So you are IT expert.
you know, that's IT.
You won't be one.
I'm trying to hold you. Then I for myself that issue to sanitary guys. I also we just do focus group discussions and all of that. We talk about ground products. And I work with I have some young people about it. And I'm here to learn. Thank you.
I have a question, because for me, you are young, so when you see young people to work with, what's the age range?
Okay, yeah, I'm a youth. Yeah. And when I say young, I'm not about younger than me.
Okay,
Younger than me.
okay.
And I'm married. Yeah.
No, it's not the ring.
1 year.
One star general. We don't have anybody who is there is vacancy. Everybody says no vacancy. Okay. Okay, so let's take alcohol. Alcohol, please. You can hear us. Go ahead. You need to put on your camera so that we can see you. Okay. Go ahead. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
And your head going down, down.
Your head is going down.
Hear me now.
Can you speak now?
Yes, I can hear you people clearly now.
Okay, go ahead.
But can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You can.
Go ahead.
Me, I can hear you guys now. Okay. My name is Ako Elias. I'm a teacher, a certified and a licensed teacher. I teach both in the secondary school section and even in the higher institution. I'm a clergyman. I'm a certified building engineer. I think that's much about me.
Tell us what you do.
Can you hear me, sirs?
Yes, tell us what you do.
You say?
Tell us what you do now. See, they don't understand what you are saying.
I teach.
Where do you want us to be asking you questions?
And
You teach. What do you? What are you?
I facilitate and other things. Okay, I'm also a businessman. I'm into business. I'm into selling of household food items. Yes, I do such business. I distribute, the major distributor of a particular one of the best yogurts in Nigeria, in Kaduna. For those who don't know it, it's called Tito yogurt. It's one of the best yogurts ever proven in Nigeria today. So I am the major distributor here in Kaduna. Thank you.
You say you teach. Where do you teach? How do you teach? That's they're asking you. Some other people have explained themselves. You are just telling us, summarizing your.
What details?
So, where do you teach? If we want to get your yogurt, where are we going to get it? You are just telling us stories.
I teach in Redeemer Secondary School, and I also facilitate in Focus College of Education. I stay in Jarua, yes. I stay in Jarua, the new extension, just directly opposite Ahmed Musa Plaza. My yogurt can be gotten in Royal Delicia, in Ritz, in Market Square, in ShopRite, and most of the eateries around. For those staying in Goningora, you can get my product from Foodies Arena. You can also get it from Deraja store, from CD and Son store. You can get my yogurt there.
You are going to bring yogurt for us to look at it. Graduation ceremony tomorrow, you conclusion right now, so you bring yogurt for us. Thank you very much. There any other person? Oh yeah, Mr. All right, thank you, sir. Okay, this man, yeah, I see. Oh, yeah, go ahead, sir. If you okay, let me just do it. Are you speaking, Amos? Are you speaking? Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, I think Israel.
Please open your mouth and talk. So now, please carry this thing up.
And okay, so I have skills. I specialize around data science and data analysis. I think I developed ground from working on it for the past 2 years. I'm beginning of that analytic data analytic model. Where we train people. We are like a consulting firm, having research. YouTube analysis. We don't have full research for people who want to grudge security analysts. It's research for people analysis.
So you write projects?
Yes, I write projects for many of the other aspects. all area. My major specialization is in medical statistics, about harmful research papers on genetics and all that. And I collaborate with a lot of my people who are in technology. I have people found out my data at support here in Kaduna. I do internship, currently I'm doing internship with Focus and Financial Center. Where we work with tribes and catch mark here in Kaduna for the integration of their systems and getting citizens the addition of their data system. So I was part of those who developed the data server system for catch mark. We changed the information of manual papers to online installation of the systems. So all over in the Kaduna states. So I travel around with my boss to a number of places in Kaduna to educate for the PACE systems, to help them know how to use the system for them. And I'm a member of data science in Nigeria. I'm also a member of the Shati'S Statistician of Nigeria. And I'm also a member of Shati'S Institute of Quality Control and Mediation, and also Shati'S member of health, environmental health safety, so also in US. And I'm also a tutor. I'm not a student tutor online, most within and out of this country. I do online tutor in maths, just sciences, maths, physics, all. But my strength is in the area of math and statistics. And majorly, I take classes for people, take tutorials for people in the area of data analytics. I have students within and out that are true in that area. Okay, yes. I also probably building automated systems. Those who have students, those who do manual, report card and all that, payment and all. I build apps for every system, instead of writing. I'm just building half for them. And we go to server. Yes, I'm building one for the school. When it is out, I'm going to launch the app. We just build the app. The school will not do anything differently. When it's the midtime of the semester,
If the server crashed,
we have to monitor content and back. I'm in the analytic aspect of that area. So we build those areas. So we have people who are also blogs. It's a combination of works actually to build those kind of things, have combination of people, those with cyber security and those about areas. So we are handful men coming together to do. So teachers don't need to do a lot of work. All you need to do is just teach the score of the students and we have everything to prepare your results. Parents can only log in 6 week results. Once you download it, you can download it, one receipt and give it as well. So these are all the things we need. So I think that's just one thing that I think should know about. And again, I'm a tutor. I love teaching very well, a passion, and I love doing it. I've been with that for a long while. And I've had experience in teaching in primary. Yes, I've been experience in primary, secondary, and I've also taught in tertiary institutions with HND. I taught them computing statistics at the Plateau State University. So please just keep going up. Thank you.
all right. So thank you for is there any other person? Okay. So now we have concluded one part of the emotional intelligence training, which is who can tell us?
Which is related to it's related to record this.
Okay, it's recorded. Don't worry. It's recorded. So here we go. Okay. As I've said, we have now one house. You can see that we have learned about ourselves. Self-awareness and awareness of others is a component of emotional intelligence. So when you know yourself and you know others, you can easily utilize, because one of the aspects also is building relationships. That's one of the components. Because if you know yourself and you know others, you should be able to utilize the information that you have to your own advantage and to promote other things. So that is one of the things. So when we are teaching emotional intelligence, we are looking at your ability to understand what emotional intelligence is, and we are looking at the components of emotional intelligence, and then we hope that you understand the role of emotional intelligence in conflict resolution. So now, we have learned, we know, I believe we know what emotional intelligence is. Who can define it for us? What is emotional intelligence? In your own understanding. Okay. Who wants to help us? Huh?
To read that, you want to read
Yeah.
ability to understand, the ability to understand the behavior of people, whether the behavior, whether it's spoken what they say or in action. You understand their perceptions, their perspective, and be able to respond to it without offending them.
Okay.
Managing
You cannot be
emotions.
able to control how someone reacts to, but you may be able to understand to read a comment, to be able to avoid certain things, right? So you can see we're talking about ability to perceive, to control, and to evaluate emotions.
Yes, I also feel it's also ability to read a room.
Your own
Yes, that's the thing. Perceive, control, and evaluate emotions, isn't it?
Can we say even your own emotions?
Yeah, that's why we're talking. Don't worry, that's why we're talking. The company has to do with what? Your self-awareness. You know yourself, and then so as I've said before, you have people who are very, very intelligent, but they are not relatable. You can't relate with them. I don't know whether you have seen people like that.
Yeah.
They are very bright, they are intellectually sound and perfect, but they don't have human relational capabilities. They don't. In fact, some of them is looking down people with all of those kind of things. They have something. Some may not be able to write it across. So that's why Dr. Goldman developed this the emotional intelligence aspect, and we are trying to see, we are saying that why it matters more than intellectual intelligence. It matters more because when you are emotionally intelligent, you can even control people who have intellectual intelligence. So it's very critical and it's very, very important. Are we together? Now we are going to look at the components of emotional intelligence has to do with self-awareness. Self-awareness is all about how much you know about yourself. What do you know about yourself? What's your strength? What is your weakness? It's very, very important. Every other thing that you're going to be doing will flow from there, isn't it? So imagine they say he who does not know and does not know that he does not know. What? You know, so but there are other categories of people who they do not know, yet they know that they do not know, isn't it? And you have some sense of people who do not know and they do not know that they don't know. What of those who know and they know that they know? Your worship. Those who know and they know that they know. And there are those who know and they don't know that they know.
Self-doubters.
No, you have some people are not self-doubters. Because they doubt themselves.
You
Right,
know,
so if you don't know that you know, that means that you are expert.
yes, but most times that's the way to construct that's not possible. There are some people like that. So they can't even get it. Some people don't say that's real, yes. But the ones who knows and those they give rights.
Okay, so now that's what we're thinking about. Self-awareness. Know yourself. Yeah? Now people say, yeah, I know myself, or I know myself. And they don't humanize, they don't drink, they don't smoke. But when it comes to one aspect, say, in that this one, I don't feel see fine babe pass. You know, that is self-awareness for them, isn't it? Say, you know, so that will guide you in a lot of things. There are places you don't want to go, things you don't want to see, you know. Some other people, nothing moves them. Where a man will cry, you know, there are crying men. You know, you see tears and you wonder, and you know, man is due to difficult situations, things that you see women crying, his head, eye will not be red, and you know, you will be red and red, you know yourself, know your strength, know your weakness. That's emotional, it's very, very important. Imagine as a student, you do not know the subject you are not. You are in danger space. You become in danger because you don't know what you are going to like. You have 5 courses. You know that you put more energy in the aspect where you know you need more strength. But if you don't know, you are in trouble. In interviews. So you see, in interviews also you need to be emotionally intelligent, you know, to be able to scale through. So this is very, very important. So how will you be able to know? Sometimes you need to sit down and say, I wrote mathematics like 3 times. Look at this man now. Say he's a coach and he allowed me to be failing mathematics. Yeah. I wrote the first time I got F9. I wrote the second one I got the F9 Then I tried again, I went down because I said, no, me, I want to write this by myself. After I finished studying the comprehensive mathematics, only for me to enter the hall and you just see something will just happen to the body. Then I managed to pass through, not that type of if I pass with T7.
That's the reality of most lawyers.
Yeah, so
You don't know.
so you see, no,
That's why
when we just talk about mathematics, because most lawyers, they are when you are talking of mathematics, so you know yourself. But I know how to calculate money. And if for the
Financial mathematics.
you are telling me I should, if you do not ask me to find X or Y, you know, but you say 1 million and 10 million, you join them together and minus some. I'm actually very, I don't miss that one. Because I'm going, I'll calculate that. And so what we are saying is that you need to be aware of yourself. I will figure out, and you know that if you learn through self-reflection, remember some of the emphasis we are doing. If you do a mediation session, reflect. Okay, now we have taught you processes and stages. If you are going to operate a professional, as a professional mediator, you know, you can even have it within the checklist. Just write it and put it somewhere. Did I do number one, number two? As you keep doing it, practice makes what? Perfect. So you should know in the processes and stages of mediation, which aspect of it that I do not understand very well, but I do not use to put into practice. That's self-awareness. It will help you when you reflect. So how do you develop, get to know yourself? Yeah? You do a kind of self-reflection. Are we together? Reflect. Think. Find out about yourself. Are we together?
Yeah.
And you need to, in trying to know yourself, you need to know your values. You need to understand your attitudes. You need to understand your beliefs, your opinions. You need to. That's part of self. You know, there are people that you know. Mr. Amos, can you put up your mute your mic? So your emotions. If you are someone who, if you are someone who easily gets angry, what do? Imagine you are someone who easily gets angry, but you do not know that you used to get angry. It's after you slap somebody that's when you realize that actually you have issues with trying to, you know, you didn't know that your anger has gotten to that point. So self-awareness will make you to do some kind of evaluation. Are we together? You evaluate yourself. Are we together? Yes. So you look at yourself. We are talking about area of strength and weakness. You look at what are your values, what do you value? Okay? What are your attitudes? What are your behavior? What are the things that work for you? What is the best time that you used to read and you understand? Some people read in the night. I mean, some people read very early in the morning. Some people read maybe hot afternoon, maybe under the sun. Some people, they will just sit down in the class. I have a classmate. You will see him everywhere, he's playing and teaching. You will never see when he's reading. When they write exam, it's always first.
Yes.
So if you are foolish enough to say this man, it's playing and testing, you run into trouble. So you should understand what is it that works for you and what does not work for you. Are we together? Are we together? So you do some reflection, identify your values, your attitude, what are your beliefs? You know, your beliefs actually shape a lot of things about you. Isn't it? Like, I see people these days, they are advertising something for you to buy and they themselves don't use it. I don't know, my own belief will not allow me to do it. Right? It will not. Are we together? So you need to know your belief. Don't do a form of identity crisis for people. So bros, why are you okay? You encourage other people, children to do prostitution, maybe to give them anyway. Your own children cannot do it. That's the kind of belief. Okay, if others can do it, but my own cannot. Like, do you understand? So you need to know your beliefs. What are your beliefs? Because your belief shapes a lot of things about you. Are we together? So you want to go into India. Why do you want to go into? Why? What do you intend to achieve? Do you intend to just carry the certificate after you graduate, you put it and they collect it in your room and say, oh, now I have acquired a new friend like that one? So you think, what am I going to do with this? Because when I started doing India, when I entered into India, I started sometime back in 2013, and after that, after some years, when I started pursuing this thing, I was almost everywhere, both locally, internationally, I was. So you see, there are two ways to build capacity and expertise. It's either by studying and reading, or by attending trainings where you listen and listen. So I am the type that prefer listening more than the reading kind of a thing. So I attend a lot of trainings. So, and it seems, I don't know whether I'm multitasking, I can be doing, if there is any training, because I am someone who believes that when the time passes, that's me. If that time passes, I may not be able to retain it. Right? So I can be doing this thing. If I see another opportunity to do something else, I will try it. Let it be that it has failed. But if I'm able to, and I realize that one of the best things that I've done in life, in the time where I am under pressure, and I don't have the time, I just think, okay, let me just see, I'll let me do this thing. And I see that when I do it, I see that I say, wow, when would I have committed time to do this thing? Even more that I just put my head in there. I want to get out. So please, it's very, very important. Very important. What's your purpose? What is it that drives you? These are some of the questions you ask yourself. Okay? What are your purpose? What are you setting out to achieve? And if you want to be a mediator, for example, why are you going to be a mediator? Do you want to make money? You want to contribute to society? Like my mentor, he said he's not a CEO, he's not doing he's into mediation to make money. He has a law firm and it's basically mediation. That is just because he trains in practice. That is my aim. Some other people will say, oh, I want to contribute to peace. I want to make people resolve conflict, and that is it. So you need to understand, why do you want to do? What is your purpose? What is driving you to that thing that you want to do? Because if you understand it early, it's going to. So if you look at our vision, you take the back of your manual. What is the vision of Settlement House? Yes, Settlement House. What is it? Let's be
Say vision or
yes,
mission.
vision.
Yes.
For life, generally anything that has to do with life. For businesses and for faith. Faith has to do with your beliefs. Whether you're a Christian, a traditionalist, or so that is the vision of Settlement House. Are we together? So we have mission. This is just two out of it that we put there. So you need to have a vision and you need to have what? Mission. So your vision is the big idea. Your mission is those little steps you want to, things you want to be doing little by little, and taking you, guiding you, steps you are taking towards achievement of your vision. Are we together? And you need to have self-awareness to be able to do it. Do you want to just make people settle peacefully, no problem? You want to earn from it, then your approach, these two things will make you approach these things differently. It's go for training, go and do this in practical setting. But I just, because you don't want to, maybe you don't want to be recognized as an expert in the field. But I want a situation where when they mention Asia in Kaduna or in the north, I should be among the first people. Like if they are looking for 10 people, I should be among that 10. That's my goal. I want to be self-awareness. That will do a lot of things for you. So you need to assess your skills. Very, very important. What is it that works for you? Your work style. Then okay. So that's self-awareness. I didn't want to go to the but now the second aspect is self-control. You know, without discipline in life, you may not be able to achieve these wonderful goals, this mission, this vision, these goals you have set. Are we together? So one of the components of emotional intelligence is self-control. How do I control myself? How do you emphasize self? Know thyself. If you know yourself, control thyself. If you know there are people that when they get angry, they scatter things. They destroy things. When they get angry, they can insult anybody. When they get angry, they will give you hot. Even if it is your boss, your father, or an elderly man will give you. It is after they finish giving you, then later on, they will now realize, say, oh, they will now back it, enforcing. So you see, this kind of people, when you understand that little things get so angry, little things make you angry, all really with I want to get out because if you go to official settings and you lose control and you can do all manner of things, I don't think people will say staying close to you, partnering with you for business. And if you are somebody that imagine you are the one driving and you get angry, you just jump out of the car, you allow the people to go their way. You know, so people will never be safe around you. So when they are around you, their heart is always beating, you know, so you are not safe. So one of the components of emotional intelligence is how to control yourself. So, and we have a lot of things that demands overruns that we have of self-control. So sometimes some of us who are married, you know, we are still young. You see, people are doing one thing, even your wife will do all manner of things. So sometimes you just talk and talk about this thing. Why are these people always beating? You just do. But you know, it's the same thing though, that makes some other people to start slapping and beating. The same thing. Then you know you have learned. How do you control yourself? So sometimes just keep quiet. Sometimes you just take a stroll. Sometimes when those circumstances you want. So when you know yourself, right? When you know yourself, some people can slap you without knowing. You get so their hand moves and yes, without the calculation of their hand. Say, I didn't know. Yes, it does happen like this. So you can see, if you get angry and you can do something like this, please, we are saying that it's very important. So you see, most men, I said like most men when they get angry, they tend to. They want to do that, except when the woman falls it. No, we somebody was asking, they say this. But why are they not asking what are these men doing that? No, there's nothing. There's nothing there. They also are self-aware. That is when they are only self-aware. They are not self-aware. They are not aware of their other person because if you are not aware of something and you are aware of the other person, you want to acknowledge it. Now, so somebody, I had a lady said she cannot date a guy that was called Peter. It does not show that.
My friends, these are people that actually want to. These are talking about normal related or it's not. She's already traumatized. She's trauma. She's traumatized already. That's how she was brought up. Yes. Yes. It's trauma. Exactly. All she has to be treated as like ever since. So she's mad. That's why so she believes mental health is not
Tell you about last, this gentleman had a problem with his, dealt with, was a very good man. And for her, like he says, for her, foreplay must include one's one knocking or tapping. Otherwise, it's not foreplay. And then there was a problem that she was not crying and refusing whatever. And they told him, what is the problem? And she told them that he overbeat her, that he was supposed to be this one. This is how he has been doing it. So this time he trying to do it.
Shut up, the same word.
So we find out that no, this is not BDSM. It's just that she enjoys it after a certain point. It now became like a body.
She was not really talking and
Just beat her off.
Alright, so now one house, those online, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
You have muted them from here.
No.
No for speaking that.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes.
They can't answer.
Please, those online, can you hear me? No. I accept they are not there. It's those online, can you hear me?
They will pick him up
But as if you are far from the mic.
Yes, I can hear you from Ghana.
All right, so if somebody from Ghana can hear me.
If you are far from the mic, sir, we can hear you. Ghana network is better than Nigeria network, sir.
You better bring yogurt for us. Bring yogurt for us. You know, you need to say something. Yeah. One of the parties began by
Yes.
accuse you. Yes, no. We like. So I said, okay, in one of the sections, we said, the man said he wants his family is the eldest man, with his younger brothers and sisters. He had that he said he wants all of them to come to be vetted. And I said, oh, this is mediation. You can't actually force somebody to be vetted. The other said they are giving authority to their elder brother to represent them. Anything he says or does, they are giving him that authority. You see, some because the case involved, so they have to be. And I said, okay, you know, mediation is party driven. And so if they gave authority and you do not want to recognize the authority, so what do we do? I said, no. Say, except if I am the one saying that there is no need for them to come. I say, no, you have to what? You have to agree. If you agree and say, okay, you have agreed that they can stay and you have a representative, fine. Then you cannot do a mediation session, then later on you say the parties that are supposed to be there are not there. You know, at the point we have to join the session, and I concluded in my mind, I said, when I come for the session, if one of them is not around, I will join the session. That's how I keep doing and doing, you know, because the session was so problematic. And because of time the elders, so you can see family issues. if you don't have self-control, you are going to spoil a lot of things. Sometimes you just do it at impulse. And we know that we have men that used to get angry. Women, the difference between men and women's anger is like, women are gifted with this is spontaneous ability to react to situations. A woman can just see somebody and say, I don't like this person. Like straight, and it's possible that really something is wrong there. The man is saying, okay, so how can you just see somebody and say, no, like, I don't understand. So he's trying to be logical about it. So when it comes to issue of anger, it looks like it does not apply that they get instantaneously angry, and they act. Yeah, we nice know that it is not a situation, but if you react, you lose your temper, you react without even thinking. Some people they will just say they think before they think about it. And then sometimes you realize that a woman told her husband that you are a useless man. After she finished telling him that he's useless, you want to stay married to a useless man. She wants to gather the thing that she has said and pack it back. Even when you say, I'm sorry, you kneel down and you put your value for ground, you say you're sorry. It is unconsciousness. So this woman is feeling herself very this is how she sees with a useless man. It spoils a lot of activities, our workplace, anywhere you find yourself, they just lose temper. They say, no, I don't take nonsense. I don't take nonsense. I will give you. I will give you immediately. So when they finish, it's when they come to their sense, they will be thinking. So self-control will help you to be able to think, to be able to restrain yourself, to be able to keep yourself from doing certain things. In fact, sometimes there are things you like. How many of us like coke here? Coke. Coke, right? No, that's good. So what was I saying? Yes, I was listening to a doctor. We create addictions out of lack of self-control. So I want to take coke, I take the coke, after in fact every day I wake up, in fact it's coke that I want to take first. Anything. I just had somebody recently say, it don't reach like 1 month when I never take coke. No, carry coke for you carry coke, they go where they go look for where coke is. So when it comes to eating, when it comes to several things about our life, we are not looking at the negative. Some of the aspects that has to do with positive. Like sometimes some people, once they hammer, hammer, right? Or that's the hammer. When you hammer, we have people. If you have 1 million, that 1 million will change your life, change your lifestyle, change your attitude, change your dressing, change everything. It means you don't have self-control. Like this thing is emotional intelligence is just about our lives. Because I have 1 million, I got 1 million, then I'll go and change my wardrobe. I'll go to the eatery and say, don't bring anything. Anything, the most expensive one.
There are two things to that. One, if he has never had 1 million, and he gets it, there is that temporary madness that comes with sudden. The person has to understand that money is real. After that, it will come back. If you told you, when you reach a certain amount, He wasn't sure. He went there was no laundry, all this, all that. He went to the bank and collected some millions of dollars and put it in a book, went home, packed the car, came back in the morning, looked at it, so this is mine, and I said, okay, then you keep back to the bank. From there, he settled on. There is that part of it, but then money in itself does not change me.
Okay, so now we are looking at the aspect of
Amplified.
Let's say for example, you used to eat 3 times a day. Suddenly you have money, you decided to be eating 6 times a day. It means that the money you have has changed your,
You perceive from outside that he has changed. From inside, he was not eating 6 times a day because he didn't afford it, not because he didn't want to. He was not working and bouncing on what he was actually controlling himself.
Because of
He
because he doesn't have, he couldn't afford it. So you can see. So, are we saying he does not have self-control, or he had self-control, but used self-control when he had?
See, it's
like how faith men change when they have money.
No.
If you not marry a second marriage because you didn't afford it,
Say that I had a lot of this. One house, I had some people say they cannot marry a second wife because they don't have money.
yes.
So meaning that if they have money, they will. So at that stage they are. It's not a state of contentment. Neither is it an understanding that they have that gives them fear.
Yes, that's right. You're bringing doesn't fit there.
No, wait, I'm trying to explain how to you. And let me finish. So now he says, if I have money, I will add a second wife. So the only reason why he does not have a second wife because he does not have money. So if you now have money, you will add a second wife. Now, meaning that state of having one wife is not contented. It's just that circumstances has kept him there. Now, when we are talking about emotional intelligence, we are talking about people who have deliberately built a capacity that, notwithstanding the circumstances, the variation around the circumstances, they are still constant.
That's why I said that particular example will not hold here because to marry is a problem. Why is it that because he doesn't have money? Now he tells you that because he does not want to be just, he has to house two of them. If he has the accommodation, then he will give them equal accommodation. I'm talking now from the Islamic perspective.
Okay.
He can give them whatever he has two wives. His first wife is not like she's stubborn. He's looking at her very well. He's treating her well and other things. But he cannot afford a second house. So he's at that stage where he's too much for one, but not enough for two. When he now has money, he has fulfilled those requirements that would give him, just like when I have money now, I'll buy another car. Or I'll build
That guy is functioning well.
The thing is that there are factors that are stopping him. But if now he has money and he has one wife, and he tells you that he is not wanting to marry another wife, you will still come back to one. He will tell you because he cannot afford it. And you will ask him,
So now,
if you have without money,
if you can afford it, and
if
you
you
now
can
marry
mentally
yes.
and financially.
And if you marry a second wife and maybe circumstances now change, that you cannot maintain the two, will you send one or
No,
you manage
because if married second wife, you have entered that institution. People manage
we are trying to pass across here that to be emotionally intelligent, you have to be deliberate. This we said it concerns our life generally. That's why we are bringing different examples from maybe working in the office to maybe Muhammad, and all of those. You see elements of change. Control, people have self-control. There are people that once they have money, everything about their life changes. Yes, ma'am.
On this, from the first example you gave, somebody is eating 3 times a day, and he suddenly, go to one and they started eating 6 times a day. We were trying to say that it does not have self-control. Okay, and I see it that way, most especially when you know that 3 times in a day is good for you, for your health. Yes, you know very well that eating 6 times in a day is not good for your health. It will affect your legs. Don't you know that some nutritionalists add that they are even supposed to eat 6 times a day? I'm not talking about the number of times now. The point I'm trying to bring up, when you know that something is detrimental to you and you cannot control yourself over it. For example, yes, for example, when you say you should eat six times in a day, you say in small portions. Somebody will eat 6 times, not in small portions, nothing. And then you take 6 times. If you cannot take 6 times in small portions, you can take 3 times in full portions. You get it. But that 6 times, you have to reduce it into small portions. But if anyone goes ahead, usually takes 3 times normal portions. Then now he makes money. Then he takes 6 times full portions. Nutritionally, it's not good for him. That's what I'm trying to say. If there's an established, it's not an
You are
example.
assuming that the example that will come here, that's something. Where the man doesn't help me, and he tells you it's now in pious place. He's going for morning service. He's going in the front row of the church. He doesn't, he's not in the mosque. He doesn't reach. He's now, pious man. Then he gets money, and his next bus stop is the girls' hostel in Casio and Pony. He has gone to the hospital. They call him Zadi. The moment he doesn't have money, he has become a pregnant soul. That ground, that was very.
No, it's a
Where a woman, a young girl, doesn't have money, and she is managing, she wants to go to school or she wants to go to the office, and she has to beg somebody or she walks partway because she cannot make it. Then somebody comes to her and says, let me take you out for dinner, and let me take you to one restaurant where the plate is 40,000 each. And she's going there that she will feel her stomach that and it's a long time she hasn't eaten that. That is that lack of self-control. She should tell the person, look, give me the money. Instead of giving me the buy food that we have spent 200,000. No, that is now you are putting so you see, now I meant they need the money more than she did. That money that she gets.
lack of self-control to say I need the money.
So you see what now you are gone. He has spent 80,000 to feed you for dinner. Then he drops you at home. No sissy. You are sitting around.
Now, so wait, we both trying to say the essence. If it has been established that this is not good for you, for example, you have people that are diabetic, and they know they are not supposed to and they have not been taking care of themselves. And then now, they have money also, like he said, somebody to take them out because it's free. Because it's free, you not buy it. Then you say, give me go, give me ice cream, give me. So it doesn't have self-control. So it's detrimental to you and you cannot stop it all. There's somebody that visited my house. She's diabetic. So, but when I brought food, and it's something she's not supposed to do. But when she just saw the food, she said, I knew she was diabetic, so I just videoed her. I said, sorry, I didn't know you are coming. So what I prepared, you won't be able to take. She said, no, give me. I will take it and take my medication. Yes. Myself, as lack of self-control. See, but I cannot leave this. Then I cannot leave. Oh,
I'm not a Pepsi, I can't. Every day, I must have my eyes blocked and one bottle of Pepsi.
And then you take your drug.
No, I don't take my drug. I take my drug every morning before the Pepsi matter. But I must take that. In fact,
Okay, so now, what those people that the doctors have told that, if I'm not alive, if you don't take this, you are going to get this, and if this happens, you are going to die. Or the tell patients that nobody should threaten you. Yes. Once somebody tells you that if you take this, it will guarantee taking this will give you 5 years longer. What you need to do is tell the doctor, really, he says yes. The doctor, please, when am I supposed to die? So that I will now know that this 5 years. If he cannot give you that answer, then he cannot tell you that you have got 5 years extra. That one is all. Okay, so one house, thank you. What we are trying to say is that self-control is one of the complaints for the first one we mentioned is what? So you should know that you are private. You should know that you are allergic to fine things. You know, sometimes you get carried away. And some people, once they see good things, they can't take their eyes off.
I'm carrying money for shopping at home, women, food, yeah, they get this money. Once they enter and see that at home. Later, sometimes self-control, right? Or a man that went out of town for business. Since finally.
Actually, yeah, because when they will see 5 girls and they can't take their eyes off. And what your wife? Oh my God, yes. That's not self-control. You will see all fine girls and you take your eyes off them. But you want them to share that because you know it is not for your life.
Okay, wait, it's not. You say it's not before they are not. When you are not allowed to marry up to 4, for example, why do you say this? Traditional. Okay, so now, the conclusion, we are saying that self-control is actually important for life. Even if you want to maintain course in your profession as an area practitioner, you must need self-control. This self-control has to do with discipline. Discipline to maintain a course, maintain the direction for a long period of time. Because when you start, you think that everything is flamboyant. This one say he trains like this in this mediation, he gets how comes? You need consistency, you need education, you need to actually constrain yourself to that direction and continue for a long period of time, you know, and then you'll be able to reap the fruit. That is what we're trying to say. What are the strategies? Of managing yourself, you know, if you want to do that, and when you have maybe campaign issue, you have a hair, like the man you see a woman, and you have the tendency of what do you do? As which you are saying, so that is yeah, you know, it's fine. You call your wife. So I think your wife was praying for you very well. Those circumstances you will remember.
They should just get busy. It's a man that is not busy that will be.
You know, men are women fights.
So visuals.
Because that's why we advocate that the ladies please help the men so that dress will cover the essentials they need to be covered, because you know you can see somebody fell from upstairs. He was looking, and all of a sudden they see him on the ground. You know what was he doing? People are moved by. People have had accidents. Somebody is driving. Yeah, it's fine like this. You know somebody with his wife. They are going, and the lady is passing. He's doing until she slaps them. You know, he now came back to himself. So you can see that these are things that we see realities. If you see good food, some people is good.
No discipline. Mind themselves. Because by that she suits you and everything you yes. It's not discipline. It is care or something where
Tell you something.
the not right. Because forget of everything.
No.
So if you are not just
Okay, one house. Daddy, you want to say something?
Yes, that law, in Britain now, have repealed the law that gives citizenship to a spouse because you're a citizen and you marry a and you might just on divorce, it is repealed. So now a lot of Nigerian women go there and say they want the divorce, they want the divorce. There's a case right now, a woman, and the report actually coming through, then she realized that papers have not come. So now she's making the man to sign some papers for her. The legal said he's not signing anything. So you're seeing here is the different market.
So now you know, abroad, one of our uncles say he went abroad, and then as he was just passing by the beach, he saw people having sex naked. Like you were, and they were not fine. What they are telling you, he has to find his way. So now you see there is something about a man who has, for example, self-control. If you have self-control and you are not doing things because of discipline, it's different from someone who actually he doesn't need self-control. He can, if I want to sleep with like 20 women that are adults, if you go out, you can give me, you don't, you know, it's something that you do. So you can't see a naked woman and if you are moved to the point of that kind of thing, because it's something that if you want, you can get it. So for him, he feels that there's no need for any self-control, So but when you have another set of person who he can see someone, a woman, he can get emotionally disabled, but he knows that he's not supposed to get involved with all of this, and he's trying to keep himself and not to be involved sexually. That would be self-control. Are we together? Because people are trying to compare our settings with white people's settings. Or like here, you see, if you come to my area, you see young girls wearing bomb shots. They wear just bra, sometimes they give themselves and they are keeping around. And then we are like, how can a woman dressing this way? And there are people around. She has brothers, she has men around, and nobody is saying anything. You expect them to say something when maybe that's their normal lifestyle, maybe they get involved with these people and it feels nothing. It will only be a problem to someone who is not doing those kind of things. When he gets to that environment, he will feel like a kind of cultural shock. So in essence, what we are trying to say is that there is need for us to develop self-control. Not religious wise. In fact, this is what religion teaches. It teaches emotional intelligence. It's just that you see, they said you develop strategies. If you are looking at this spiritually, for those of the Christian faith, there is an assistance of the Spirit of God that can help you to develop more of this. But Humanly speaking, these are some of the things that we say you can do if you are trying to help yourself. In fact, they say in the absence of grace, the law is the one to judge, and these are some of the laws that you can. If you see a woman and you cannot control yourself, if you see fine food, like what our mommy is saying, and you know that you're not supposed to eat that kind of food and you can't control yourself, what do? Excuse yourself to where? Go to the bathroom. Go and clear your head before you come back, because when you keep looking at something, as you keep looking, the interest, the desire, all the confusion around, okay, just forget about just do it now. That's what is making our young people get involved in all manner of sexual activity, because they doubt the consequence. Something takes off their mind. The consequence at the moment is after they finish enjoying the pleasure, then it comes back. Self-control makes you to evaluate things, look at it, and remind yourself the reason why you should not. Then you don't have self-control, you only do it. It's later you now realize that you will be so bitter, you feel bad. Yet, tomorrow when you see another opportunity, you do it again. You see another opportunity, you do it again, you keep regretting, and some you see, like in the Christian faith, you see people who are not growing. They sin today, they go to God and say, God forgive me. Tomorrow they sin the same sin and go back again, God forgive me. Like, so how do you grow like that? You have to develop a consistency. Yes. Mr. Can you hear me?
Yes, I actually wanted to ask a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so I agree that self-control is truly a cornerstone to emotional intelligence. But the clarity I'm seeking for, since it's a major component of emotional intelligence, is self-control supposed to be holistic or is in compartment? If somebody is said to have self-control, is it a holistic thing, or since we know there are different emotions, the emotion of fear, the emotion of anxiety, the emotion of anger, these are the intense emotion. So are we considering self-control to be in compartments or is holistic? I don't know if my question is clear, sir.
I've gotten your question. To the best of my knowledge, I think self-control is something that you have to be deliberate and intentional about doing. So if the area you need self-control from the self-awareness, you realize that you easily get angry. Area below self-control on. Even the women that you see and they distract you. You even leave your office and forget to go to work and start working. You don't you see a hand. And they make you very angry in the education center. Like they will provoke you in such a way that don't you know that kind of you are happy people they will insult you, say that man need them to make you. Please don't say you know so you get angry. Isn't it? If you don't have self-control, I've resolved a conflict between a family that involved a girl and a boy. You know, pregnancy came, our dad is aware. Pregnancy came in, and then we did that thing took us hours and hours. They are just going like this and going. It's just because I just persisted. We started that relation from somewhere we adjourned. We came, the parties themselves, some want demonstrate their own capabilities and tell you that, because the spokesperson, so anything he says, that's what stands. All of those things. So, if you are not careful, you get angry, you say, am I the one in the dispute? I'm helping you to resolve it. I'm trying to make it seem as though, please, you people should pack your guy up and go. And that is where professionalism comes in. You know that you can terminate a mediation session by the party saying, I'm not interested again, or by you reaching conclusion and a settlement, or by the mediator declaring that these parties cannot settle. So most times I do my best. And when I'm handling family related issue, I know some people say, do you want to manage? And you want to continue family counselor? Do you want to? I don't do like that. I will explore and explore and explore. Some people feel that I now have handled the matter. That's not what you have to be patient. One of the qualities of a mediator is patience and what? And self-control. Because you can spoil the whole thing. You can declare a mediation session concluded and the parties are unable to resolve because you are impatient. So you have to be patient. You have to, in fact, I was in one that they started fighting. The young man said, I took up much you. And the man just stood up and gave me one slap. And then from there, we started separating, fight. So all this has to do with, if you not get angry and say, we did here, and then, we're trying to help you to, and look at what you people are doing. Elderly people like, please, in my office. You see that, so this is something that you need to look out for. So if you are the one that gets intensely angry, and anger is like a spirit, it takes up, it hooks you, and maybe sometimes it wants you to achieve something negative that when you some people are, you slap somebody, the person fell down and died. Then you look at, am I the one that did this? How comes? What happened? You can't explain. Are we together? You just try to what? Sometimes you can even be on the stage. You are tensed. Sometimes you just find a place, you can just close your eyes, you look for, just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. What? You are trying to what? Just calm yourself. When you see someone that like, this kind of, you try to, because if you consider that intensity, only God knows where you're going to land, you're going to get out. So, have a few thoughts of your feeling. When you get angry, when you want to do something out of, you don't have self-control, jump down. What are the things that you're thinking? Do you feel like killing someone? Do you feel like destroying something? Do you feel like terminating the relationship? Do you feel like, let me get the divorce I'm going? Do you feel like, just write it down. When you are calm, try to go through your notes. You see, Jesus. All this thing. Or is this the way I'm feeling? That will help you in your reflection about yourself. You now know that when you get angry, it's a different version of you that is what? In operation. Are we together? So getting angry doesn't mean when you allow when you find yourself in a situation that are displeasant, unpleasant situation or circumstances, you may not be happy with the situation. You may decide to express yourself, but there are circumstances where you see that the anger is in charge of what you do. That's why we're talking about people getting to the point of slapping, beating, insulting. They don't care who is involved. That's something that we should not think about. What to do? Trusted friends or talk. That's very, very important. Be careful who you don't actually. Sometimes you may have a lot of things that are rattling around your head. You need trusted people to discuss and share with. Are we together? And then when you talk, that's what mediation does. Sometimes it's a hidden process. You have something bottled up in your heart, in your mind, and if you are not expressing, sometimes when you come to mediation, all you need, the woman didn't have 5 minutes opportunity with her husband to talk. So now they are giving her 5 minutes, 10 minutes, she talks and talks and talks and talks. After 10 minutes, she has unburdened herself. In fact, even without anything more, they have achieved something. Are we together? So these are the things that we So you must train yourself not to take any action when you are what? when you are, and in fact, some people say, when you are too excited, eh? You are very excited, don't take a decision. When you are very angry, don't take a decision. Are we together? Because we had the story of a man in the Bible, a king, who says that this girl has danced very well. Eh? And they say, just ask for anything, I can give you even up to half of my kingdom. I mean, wow, she now demanded for the head of someone. And I say, Kai, that man must be very foolish, I think. That you must be very foolish. If you say you need the head of somebody, I would say let them take your head then. Yes, because she's not going to think on the person. Yes, and your party. They say I will give people up to half of my kingdom. Does it mean you should take somebody's life because of this thing? So you can see the kind of situation. So please don't take decision when you are excited. When you see something you are very happy, be mindful of what you promise to say. And when you are very angry, because sometimes some of the things we do at that point, because the man, that king, his difficulty was, how can the king not honor his word? Abi, and if he's trying to protect his word by all means, he said, fine, kill the master.
She does, right?
Yes, he was excited. It's not ice cream that he now gave that kind of verdict, and now he's caught in between. You know, you are supposed to be an honorable man. When you say yes, it's yes. And now you say yes, they say, give me the head of somebody. You cannot come and say, please. So you would have been humble enough to beg and say, please, I didn't mean to take somebody's life. You can ask for another thing, isn't it? But he said they should go and take them. So what I'm trying to say is that let us not take important decisions when we are excited. That is not take important decision in the very
This I think a continuous like a lawyer was actually asking me where he can get a fake court marriage certificate for his clients. Fake, you can imagine. So that today do it in Magajere and the clients, an Igbo man is married under the acts and church marriage too. So he can't actually marry that lady under the act until he divorces his wife. But he wants to have the two. No, not to him. The lady is saying she wants him to marry her under the acts because he has 6 daughters with his first wife and she gave birth to a son. So she's demanding for marriage under the acts and she knows what she's doing. And he knows actually that what she's trying to do is to remove the wife and then be the legally recognized woman. Because under custom,
they are married under custom.
Under the custom, the church, and the acts with the first wife.
The first wife.
Yes. So now the thing is, that man knows what this other woman wants. He can marry her culturally, but we're going to marry people, yes.
But that one
so that the child
crying on that.
No, not it will, yes, but it will be called marriage per se. If in cultures, most cultures, even marriage, if your woman had a child, or you can pay some things, yes, so that I can bring the child, but this lady.
You will not be servicing her unofficially.
Yes. Yes.
And so adultery is a crime under marriage.
But adultery is not a crime in the South. It's not a crime in the South. It's in the South. It's in the South.
Bring up.
He knows, he's aware. The excitement of I have a son now, and he wants to make her happy. So he wants to also give her a fake marriage document. Yes, that's what he wants to do. It's not excitement. So my excitement is long, is the situation.
It's a situation.
It's not because he has a son. So it's not something son.
But sometimes there are kind of matters that you say,
It's one you have my wife.
It's kind of now.
That is so good that he wants to buy more. That's why they buy.
Okay, so now, what are the components of emotional intelligence that we discussed? Self-control, very important. The third one is what? Awareness of others. You know, if you want to be a mediator, you must understand these things. You don't have option. Awareness of others. Now you have known yourself. You need to get to know others. So that's why we need introduction. Did you introduce yourself? You didn't. You didn't take permission before you left. Tell us everything we need to know about yourself.
Everything. Yes.
Okay.
Books.
So tell us.
Yes. Then you read everything.
Tell us everything. What you do, your work, your area of interest, the business you do, and the things you are going to bring for us.
My name is Shati'S. I'm a little practitioner. I'm basically into litigation. What people argue, ownership as and I'm into litigation, that's what I'm doing. And I am a married man with 3 children.
I would have said that we have potential candidates for you. Interested parties.
Okay,
If you are not married, it means that you are not in combat. It is some people that it doesn't matter. You know, I don't know who has watched this Hausa film. Wasila, right? But it's a way. Ni matan wani ne ai ni ma mijin wata ne.
I said I'm a married man because in the office. I said I'm a married woman. The person said he's a married man. I said yes. So he collected a book and a pen. So he wrote married man up over married woman.
Because
Married man
We cannot hear anything.
over
Oh.
married transfer married. So what?
Hello, sir.
okay, so
Hello,
basically
sir. We are
that's
not
what
hearing
you do
anything.
other things. Your area of interest, specializations, among other things.
I find it easier and the simplest way to resolve my problem.
Okay. All right. Anything else we need to know? Let's say if we say let's market yourself here like this now, you don't finish with that. You don't finish with that, but
You only practice law. I can sell anything if you so I can sell clothes, hot things, anything. I sell it, I will sell.
okay, so thank you very much. So who can tell us what he or she? Okay, just a minute. All right. So now, look at look at self awareness of others. When we talk about awareness of others, you need knowledge of your environment and the people you relate to. Are we together?
Yes.
Knowledge of your environment and the people you relate with. So when we started with this introduction, we said, as part of the emotional intelligence class, let's do an introduction. Tell us about yourself, what you do. So and we did that. Having done so, we are saying that if you want to be emotionally intelligent, you need to be aware of others. And when we talk about awareness, you look at the environment. Then look at the people that you relate to. The environment and the people. You go to some places, they say, 7 o'clock, you don't see anybody walking around, isn't it?
Yeah.
6 o'clock. Somebody was telling us, I think one of the facilitators says that when he gets when he went to a school where he teaches, and the principal of the school was telling him that that these bandits can appear anytime. That is environmental awareness, isn't it? So there are environments that we don't do and rain. And you don't keep things careless. Yeah? You do attend any with your phone here now. You just you understand me. You know what I mean? You understand? Like you know there are places where you keep your thing.
Security cycle, self-induced effect. So okay, so you are the one who self-induced. Stop your phone in the car. You just love to go. Somebody tempted because
so you are the one that self-induced. So you need to be very aware so that don't self-induce, you contribute. So man, those fine jobs, they are being self-induced.
For example, it is not what's the word?
Self-induced was
it's not what
fineness. So they are the boss there. Abi?
No, they didn't make themselves fine.
Oh, they didn't make themselves fine.
They were.
God is
The one you say is self-induced, if you should dress inappropriately, that one would self-induced, you are learning or you are invited.
If you rape somebody, whether it is self-induced or whatsoever, are they going to do the punishment for you?
No,
Because the person caused it.
no, that one is because it's a self, there's a meaning in what people.
If a girl dressed as half naked and a man just caught her and raped her by force, then you use a punishment.
No.
If the one that is by mistake first.
How did the area rape? How is it?
Okay, so it means that they are waiting for her to see a punishment.
Yes.
So whether with perceived or unperceived let me take this case where a lady accused a man of rape and they want to court. And while they were talking, lawyer said, where did this happen? Said in his house.
Yes.
Were you in the sitting room? She said, no, they went to the bedroom. She said, and oh, that means you just messed up his bed with your dirty shoes and when he put you on the bed. She said, no, she took off her shoes and everything and then she went on to the bed. Then they said, where is the rape?
There is rape. No, it's consent. Consent. It's consent. There's let people break it down for you. If both of people are going to get a hotel room, have agreed that you are going to. You reach the hotel room, you remove all your classes, then you are smooshing, and you just want to do, and she said no, and you proceeded.
You show that
Because if the man says she said no after we have done this,
Let me get your voice changed. Let me give you a live way back in 1960. I was staying in a self-contained room of cargo kind of thing. The central door separating this door, this room, and this room. It's just a door. My mattress was by the door to the other room. I was sick. I was inside the room, so I was alone. Somebody brought in a girl into that room. You know, they were verificating and everything. You see, up to the time they started whatever, she was saying no. The catch now is, after that, she was the one that demanded for the second round. How do you know? How do you know?
No, the first one was great.
Second one was there.
The second one was
Wait, how did you know that the hazard did not happen? You were outside, were you inside? I was inside, I was outside. Did you see that there was something that happened? Did you also say that?
I will talk that nonsense to you. You said no. You said no.
Swear. As far as the pestle entered the mortar without consent, even if she does it with you after, you have found the Stockholm syndrome.
Yes.
That's true inducement. You have had that for
How do you now prove that? You said no.
she had it.
And I said she
And so if I am word, you take out my word, it's something.
She's the one saying you are red her.
But her actions and circumstances
All right, now one house. So now one house. Remember what we are saying is that we are aware of you were aware of the people you relate with. Now, the way you get to learn your strengths and your weaknesses, so also try to learn the strengths and the weaknesses of the people that you work with. You may have somebody, if you say, sit down here till 7 p.m., you must type this thing, arrange it, and get it ready for Bible tomorrow. The next morning you come, you see all manner of typographical errors. But when you say, you can close by 4 o'clock, but make sure that this work is on my table first thing in the morning. So, and you know, you just dump up, and then when they bring the work, that like the thing is just perfect. You'll be like, wow. So you need to understand the people. You need to know them, know their strength, know their weaknesses. The way you do self-awareness for yourself, it will help you also know people. There are people that are reliable. If you do personality types, you see that there are people that are dependable, right? You know, the reason why you need to know other people is because in your area of strength, you can capitalize, but area of your weakness, you can easily what? Delegate. Are we together? So it will be emotionally unintelligent for you, not to know who to reach out to when you are in need. Some people, they will come for a training like this. They will finish and go. They don't have anybody's name. They don't have anybody's contact or number. That's a sign of emotional unintelligence. No people. So now we got to know that somebody has a patience. Abi? Yeah? And so if I have a number, for example, and maybe there's an emergency in the night, I can easily call and say, Ma, I have a situation here. So maybe she has a lot of doctors and I don't care. Let me transfer a call or join the doctor to your conversation, who is a specialist in that area, and may help you calm the situation before you get to the hospital. That is emotional intelligence. What do? You utilize the information and the knowledge and the understanding you have about others. You utilize it to your own as well. Are we together?
Yes.
So you look at, if you know people, you know that there are people who are very composed, people who are very naughty, people who are very intelligent but difficult to work with. people that want to take charge. Do you understand? So if you meet people that should take charge, you have a task like if somebody should take charge, you know who to pick. You know people are very intelligent but they are timid. So if you put them with people, they will intimidate them to just keep quiet. You know where to put them. Are we together? Because if you are not emotionally intelligent in knowing others, it will be difficult for you to. So when your parties come, you see that there is this one. We know that women are the ones that talk more, isn't it? But you have some men that they don't talk about that women, isn't it? So you need to understand the free people. You need to that knowledge, understanding personality types and emotional intelligence will put you on the board and a good fit. Are we together? Are we together? I'm taking this time to take this class because it covers a lot of other things. Are we together? If you want to know others, what do you do? Forming, storming, narrowing. When you are relating with others, you want to bring people into groups to work with. You want to work with others, you need to understand them. You need to know when to utilize their abilities, their skills, isn't it? Help. But you know, there are people that they don't call you unless they have problems. When they need money. Those kind of people, sometimes they may be in emergency situation, you see the call and you ignore it. Then I know what he's going to ask, I know what he's going to ask is money. He doesn't call me except for money. So it should be emotional intelligence for you to check up on people. Right? Oh, I'm just calling to greet you. How are you doing? That's all you say. You mean you don't need anything? If I even some children, they only call their parents when they need money, when their career has finished and quickly as what finish. That's the only time they call. That is not financial. That's not emotional intelligence. But if you maintain relationship and you are in need, you know, there are people who make jokes of everything. Oh, I'm When people are doing like, yeah, you know, tomorrow, when our father and is calling for us, we say, come to get our assignment. Don't take him serious. Do you understand? You may be under the car is pressing you. When your car is pressing me, you are hearing his voice outside the car, not me, just because that is how we used to do it. You understand? Because people have got to understand that that's your kind of. And there are people you know, they don't ask for anything. And the day he asks you, you say, no, speak this person who is rather than ask you for something. Just do it because for him to ask you, it means you understand there are people like that. And there are people that anytime, so when people begin to see them, they'll not be there like this. Hey, how are you? You know, they are finding their way, isn't it? This is awareness of others. You have to be intentional. I had the opportunity to stay in the 3-bedroom flat before I got married. 3 of childhood some years. Why? Because of emotional intelligence. Was practicing now you see your worship. You are creating and people intentional intentions. I'm sure you don't mind that. So now, what happened? Sometimes I was just passing. You know, most times you see me, I just show up in your house. I say, I'll tell you that I actually forgot the way you are looking. And I don't want you to get to a point where you see me passing on the way. Say, this is pronunciation, is it? Actually, I really remember that you are the one. So I came to what? To update your face so that in case I see you, I will know the current version of you. Because in the process of doing that, I just say, hey, I was actually looking for this house. We needed somebody to stay in. And hey, thank God you came home. I said, so if I have not come now, you can do somebody. Is that what you said here? But I had the opportunity to stay in the place for some years without paying rent, I took care of the place. And that time I was even about to, I was ready to look for a room and a parlor. I was about to get married and I don't mind having a room and a parlor. That's really for you. Like self-awareness, you are not competing with anybody. Take your life gradually. Let people be wow. Say, wow. Sometimes if you see me most of the time, you see me on my bike. Most like 80%. I have 2 cars. I'm not a fan of car at all. I'm not. So I have varieties of bike. I have power bike. I have Linkies. I have Chin. I have all kinds of bikes. For different purposes. So I like moving around, taking fresh air. Not that I should be confined. Do you understand? So bad. I realize that I'm not competing with anybody. So you move, then you see people struggling to live life that they have not yet attained. I actually started using car before. I bought car before I bought all kinds. And most of the people, when I come out with car, they will say, hey, congratulations. I say, for waiting now. Say, hey, I saw you with car. I say, this car, I was using it before I got married. Because most times, especially as a lawyer, they have this kind of expectation. You go and see Professor Big Men using bicycle outside. What is it that if you leave your car, they ask you, what happened? What is wrong with your car? Like, must you? So, but what I'm saying is that emotional intelligence helps you to develop self-control. It helps you to know. If I know that you're going to ask me, I develop answers for you. Yes, when you ask me, I will give you the answer. And you know that it's not everything that you must answer. You understand? If you say, where's your car? Say, oh, thank God, we thank God. How are you doing, sir? Isn't it? So you develop strategies. Like what I'm saying, try to know others. Awareness, self-awareness. Don't be that kind of person that when you reach out to someone, they will be avoiding your call. Because of one reason or the other. Are we together? No others. Now the information you have about others. There are people that when you call them in 5 minutes, if you need somebody to do something for you in the next 30 minutes, you know who to call. If you need people, there are people that if you call, you say 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, like you only call them when that is your last option. So when you are aware of others and you now know that you are using the information you have about others to your advantage, you also know that others are also using the information they have about you to their advantage. So they know when to reach out to you. So I tell people, I am one of the busiest people you can meet, like very busy. The nature of the work we do, sometimes we don't know when it is night or day. Sometimes by 12, if you call me by 12, then every 10 minutes I'm still awake. Sometimes I stay awake till 4, till 6 a.m. So because of some of these kind of things, you now start thinking, if somebody knows about you and is using the information to his advantage, and though I'm very busy, I have people who are my seniors, like my boss, though I'm not with him, I have other seniors that they will just call you. They believe that you are their boy. You understand? You just call you, say, hey, do this thing for me. I don't say no to anything. If you see me, if you call me for Indian training, I because I work for myself, I have others working for me, I can create the time. If you take for granted the time I gave, you will be mistaken. And I don't need to explain to you until the day you get to know the kind of things that I'm doing. And I left what I'm doing to attend to what you asked me to do. Then that time you will finally say, wow, so you mean this person actually did this thing for me? Do you get it? So you don't need to advertise, you don't need to just know others, know the information, and be deliberate and intentional in creating an impression. Are we together? Now, I have people who can call me. You know, there is a way. Say, Lancha, can you do this thing for me? Say, actually, I've been working from morning till night. In fact, I just slept by 4 a.m., and I'm just hoping that by 8 o'clock I'll wake up and start and continue my work. If you are my oga or you are someone that needs me, or my boss, you call me like that, though I'm in my own, you call me and I give you that kind of impression. You call me 2, 3 times. The next thing, the next time, you don't bother calling because I've intentionally what? Pass across a message to you that, see, I'm not the boy that you used to think. And it's not as though I don't have things that I'm doing. I'm very busy actually. You say, so when you give that kind of impression to people, when opportunities come, even when you are actually going to be very much needed, they will reach out to you. I don't know if you understand. I'm talking about awareness of others. You know that the information they have about you, you are utilizing it. The information you have about them, you are utilizing it. So why can't you intentionally create an impression so that you can be someone that can be dependable? If you leave your house and you go and comfort somebody or greet somebody for like 1 hour, 2 hours, or 30 minutes or 10 minutes, it doesn't mean that you don't have anything to pay, but that you are trying to show that you value your relationship. Are we together? And so when you are in need and they see your call, they are eager to call back. Not when they miss your call, they say, thank God I didn't people. I don't even know when they fall rang. And so when you go say, hey, I didn't know when it rang, isn't it? So don't be that kind of people that will be a burden to people. Please know others, awareness of others are very important. Then finally, what happens in the first 2 stages determine whether the team is moving forward, healthy interactions, developing. I've explained all of these things. Now, yes. Now, finally, building relationships. If you want to build relationships, if you want to be emotionally intelligent, you must be deliberate in relationships. Relationships are built. It costs meaningful relationships, and relationship is all about all that we do in life. If you want to be lifted in life, you need relation. People lift you, isn't it? Some people use their hands and spoil their garri, put sand inside their garri, So what do? You build relationship. Building relationship deals with your ability to maximize the information and the potentials you know about others to your own benefit. You get it? So you know who you can reach out when you are in critical and emergency situation. There are people that when you call them, they will not answer. When you send text message, they like 3 hours before they leave. So these kind of people, if you want to recommend somebody, man, are you going to recommend that kind of person? No. If you are recommending, you don't recommend the one that will tell you that please, actually, this thing that you are talking about is urgent. Somebody is calling you to do something for you and you are saying, is it urgent? Why is he calling you? And I do it naturally. I say, if I cannot do it, I will accept it. I will delegate maybe a staff or somebody who can do it well and do it, and then I'll give you feedback. You understand? That you have created an impression. But you see, be deliberate in building relationship and also explain this aspect, because if you are not, if you are your relationship is what is this? Do a kind of symbiotic relationship. that you can benefit from each other. It's not parasitic kind of relationship. Only always when you need something, when you want something, when you need something to be done for you, that is only when you are talking about relationship. So please, that's very important. So we have talked about these things. You need to identify when you are doing self-awareness. If you use that strategy, you also know when you are building your relationship, you must be deliberate. Propose a plan to enhance personal relationships. Everything right and following relationship. Everything. Everything you are doing. Even marriage is a form of relationship. Business is also relationship. Everything. So be very propose, be deliberate. You have people you know. Like I have a friend. By this time around, I don't think that he was supposed to be in Nigeria. Because if this guy speaks to you, like you will think that in the next minute, he's going to be leaving this country. Like there are people that have sweet mouths, sweet. They will just hope you go and then before you know, So you, because you know, if you are going to go and defend the project, what do? You want to defend something, get someone who can actually communicate that thing properly. You may have the idea, but you may not be so proficient in selling the thing. Are we together? No, please. That's very, very important. They say you can focus on one thing at a time. If I want to build this relationship, that's why you see men who want to win the heart of women, they are very intentional. Sometimes they focus on one. They call you in the morning, even before you wake up. Say, yeah, I just want to take up from you. I just want to be sure that you have sweet dreams. Then around 9 o'clock, he's calling to find out, have you taken your breakfast? Wasn't it? What do you have? Do you need me to send money for you for some breakfast? I can actually get it and bring it for you just to see your beautiful face. Because without this your face, I don't think I'll find you my day. My day will not be complete. So you see, they call you by 12 noon. They want to be sure that you are in the same place, how is work going, and by 3 o'clock is going to check up on you. The clock can just on this way, and I'm going to check the coordinate of your location. Then before 6 o'clock, when you do that thing for 3 days, 4 days, you are intentionally inducing. And sometimes they win the heart of these people. I mean, when they win the heart, they later on they can break it. When they build it very well, and they achieve what they want, they can now break it anytime if they want to. But what we are trying to say is that you can be very intentional in what? If you define, you cannot do relationship without spending time. Time. We can be very busy, but let's create time. Let somebody see that you value. Sometimes I know I don't used to visit as much as I used to do before because I know I should keep throwing demands, expectations, but even if it is to talk of this in like this, you say, oh, I am just passing around, just saying, let me quick how I live in and you're going back. Like somebody will value it. So those things that you need to do to be able to do these things are very, very important. So demonstrate your success with statistical data. So if I want to do relationship, and I say I want to do 3 relationships in this month, who are the 3 people I want to do that relationship with? A business partner, a friend, and maybe a family friend or something. That is what I want to do. So you do at the end of it, did you succeed? Did you not succeed? These are the things that you'll be looking at. So by the time you are able to look at these things, you cannot say that you are emotionally intelligent. this emotional intelligence, you need it in mediation. You need it also in training other people. Are we together? That's why it's a very long. I can talk about this thing for as many hours as I can, but I try to see how we can get value out of it. And I believe that we understood it. So can we now say we have discussed 4 components of emotional intelligence? Number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, self-control. Number 3, awareness of others. Number 4, building relationships. If you do 2, if you do 2 and you leave the rest of 2, you only benefit from the 2, and it can ruin the benefit of the others, right? So those things can coincide, can move side by side. And if by emotional intelligence, if God blesses you with some talent, and you combine it with emotional intelligence, you are going to be one of the wonderful person on earth. You'll be one of the, if you are a man, that's the kind of man that a lot of people want, a lot of
Until they marry you.
When they marry you,
You will have more time, you see, to keep this going, especially with building relationship. You have to have time for other people, just like you said, visitation. Some of us, that is one of our challenges. We just get up and we go around visit. So, but to be able to do that, you have to have that flexibility. Me, for example, if for any reason I am here now and I don't make a call home, and it's 7:38, I'll be getting calls. What happened? Are you fine? You have not come back because I am home before 1 week. I am home. If you see me out, there must be a reason. Yes. I don't to, but now to be able to keep this building relationships, now I have to make time now. You are going to chance house. Today, let me just walk out to there. And in this period,
I just imagine that daddy just wake up one day, say he's coming to my house. I just came. Say, I just came to see you and just greet you. One thing, say, me like this, like, am I that important? It's like, you know, that the kind of visit that somebody, when you leave, somebody will sit down and think you like, what you see, like, did he just wake up to be like something? He wants to just come to my house, just like that, like asking you know a lot of things. And those are the kind of things that it will be very difficult to take away from somebody's time. So when the time comes that you are not able to breathe, the person will be the
are we going to look at building capacity? Or
Building
relationship? No, I'm asking if there's the next, we're looking at building capacity too.
And that one maybe you it's not.
Because you see now, like you now, like what you said, somebody will call you, and do this. Now to be able to do certain things. Next, maybe you at that point you don't need that 3 or 5 million or 10 million to tell them job takers. And you're building each other, but you get to that point whereby I can call you, say, look, I need something, please, I need 6 million. And you tell me, the only thing you're asking me, am I transferring it to you? Would you like cash? Or am I sending it to somebody? But then what are you paying back? Or what are you going to do with it? It doesn't come.
That's the levels of relationships. There are people you can call, they will be talking about. There are people that will call you, say, I need 5,000 naira, 10,000. You just okay, send me the account details, you will send it.
You see, those ones are people who are down that don't need help, they are friends, they are but when you build a relationship,
Yes,
that you want something. See, Oga, I'm telling you, I have this challenge. What is the challenge? One of my friends just got into Lagos, and this is what they said happened at the airport. What's his name? What's his number? Okay, you have dropped it. those people there would want to arrested the governor or something because the false that will come from that person, the way he will handle it will go. Because that person will pick the fault and call the directors or the police commissioner, what is happening this part. Before you know it, the people who arrested him now, he didn't make a call, but something is happening.
Yes.
Those are all that capacity that
Yes, and you see, the relationship is very, very important because there are things that your money can get. Connections, human connections, relationships, you know what you ever think, just as that was saying. You know, it will be. Sometimes I have people who are took a helicopter to go and not speak somebody because of what? Because of relationship. You know, you can just call, oh, I need so you may be struggling, and that's why if you don't know people, oh, I want to buy a car, you don't know that the person that you are being training here is even a car dealer, and he can even help you. Then you don't know that is what the person is doing. That's what we do in church, in mosque. Sometimes we just come and pray, and nobody knows what the other person. You will be suffering, and the solution is not beside you. Are we together? Please let us be emotionally intelligent. Let us be. And it's not, you can't just be intentional in becoming emotionally intelligent. Please, people online, do you have any question? I think this is the same time for us to take a break and take our lunch. Our lunch is ready. So as we are taking the lunch, you'll be doing exercise before you take it to that. And you come, we get routine the massaging machine. If you want to sit down on it, now that you have sat for long, you can sit on it actually. It shakes up, you know, when you are doing exercise, when you run for a while, you begin to feel some kind of feelings like that. You know, when your blood begins to, it's going to help you move and circulate the way it's supposed to. So if we do not have any question, any comment from online?
Yes, sir. Please, I missed point number 3.
Esther, I can hear you.
Innocentia. Innocentia, using Esther's device. Sir, should I continue?
Comment?
Yes.
Any question?
Please, can you project point number 3? I missed the last 3 points so that I can copy. I was writing.
The other
Components
slide.
of emotional intelligence, point number 3.
Yes, the first slide.
Awareness of others. Point number after adjourning, that's point number 6, adjourning. Then there's the point number 7, 8, I think 9. I missed it, only that 3. If you can project the number 3 for me to complete it.
I think they are not hearing us from the venue.
Office or wherever.
Don't miss some point.
They are not hearing us. They are not hearing us from. Are you people hearing us from the venue?
Another thing that affects
from the venue, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear us?
For women that coming out after delivery, they don't want our.
They are talking. They So like I was typing, I was sending this thing.
Hello, sir.
A message. I think they are not hearing. They asked us questions, but they are not hearing us.
And I raised up my hand, and they are not seeing it.
Oh yes, Mr. Akun Elias. I can see your hand is so okay. You can tell them for me.
Hello. Can you hear us from the venue?
You find out that you feel your muscles.
Can you hear us?
It's like they are discussing something. Oh.
They are not hearing us. They are not hearing us. Just give them. Let us give them time. They are not hearing. So raise up your hand and let it be. Let your hand be raised up.
Let me complete the message and send it.
but it
Can you
means
hear us, sir? We are talking. Can you hear us?
for
Yeah, that's for people like us that have balance brought forward.
for men like that, it depends, you know.
Yes, so you are now back to us online, sir.
Things as long as the person is not
Sir, are you back to us online?
more than
They have not gotten back to us online.
you find out some people when you tell them, ah,
I heard his voice as if he was back to us, but okay,
No.
let's give them some time.
Okay, thank you. How
Can
are
you
you
hear
speaking?
us? Yes, you guys are not hearing us. We have been asking questions. You guys are not hearing us. Can you hear us now, sir? Can you hear me now?
Okay, just a minute.
All right.
Okay, so we are going to
We are asking a question, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
so we are going to do role plays after our breakfast.
Sir, it's 2 o'clock. Oh, lunch, not breakfast. We've taken breakfast already.
you want to meet up. I want to start
Let him do this. What time?
Where's the This is Kenny.
Platform, I just saw that. The secretary to me.
You want me first? Yes.
And I also saw my own message for general purpose. No time at all.
Okay. So go and eat. I can eat our food. I mean, take your food, man, and then I hope we are. When we finish faculty, when we finish and we do faculty, then we'll put ourselves under pressure to learn a lot of other things. So, but for now, it's all right. Please take your food and then you. But we need to snap so that you don't get missing. This I think let us even do that so that those who have calls to do. Let me see online. Let me snap online participants.
Line name.
It's set to a particular time already.
But you can add this. Okay, put on your camera. Let me see your face. We will. I want to take online attendance. Then we can. When we come back, we are going to do practicals.
But still.
Okay.
So you can change Esther to Innocentia and Peter. We are using the same device.
Okay.
But sir, I asked that the point number 3, and the point number 3, that is awareness of others. No, we missed we missed point number 7, 8, and 9. Just there. Then we continue with the point 5, point 4. So if we are back and you can project it again for us to copy those points in addition.
Okay,
so that we...
I will do that. I will. That's S.
Yes, Innocentia. I think my colleagues also had that problem. So we were trying to let you be, aware, but you were
Okay.
distance from us. Yes. Thank you very much.
All right.